So here is the current state of my pond water after adding in all those extra fish over the last few months. So I got well over 300 fish in this pond right now. Obviously the majority of them are little babies, but there's a lot. There's definitely over 300 fish in here. So anyways, I've been monitoring the water to make sure everything's okay, and the filter is catching up, but as you can see, the ammonia is really good. The nitrite, on the other hand, is 0.25 and between 0.25 and 0 ppm. And then the nitrate, on the other hand, is also very good. So that one's hovering between, what is that, 0 and 0.5. To me, the nitrate is not concerned. The nitrite at 0.25, that's more ideally you want it in 0, but with all the fish and the heavy feeding that I'm doing right now, it's just part of the equation. So the pond filtration has been working pretty hard. Let me just go here and check out the water quality. So this is the problem that I am encountering. It's not so much that the water quality is bad, because those test results aren't bad, but man, with the heavy feeding, and even though I've been changing out water and using PP, it's still a little murky. Like, I can see the fish at the bottom, but not as clearly as I would like. I've been feeding heavier because the water temperature is at 60. The tarp really helps, obviously, and I've already done like 3 water changes over the last 2 weeks. That is in addition to the regular potassium permanganate treatment that I use. And what I'm really seeing is the result of having a lot of fish and heavy feeding. And also, in addition, all the little baby fish, what they do is they nibble on the walls of the pond, and they stir up all kind of stuff on the bottom. And normally, you know, that's not an issue, but when you got like 300 fish running around and stirring things up, it does get murky. And I try increasing the PP, but it doesn't help. So all I'm doing now is changing out more water, adding in new fresh water to try to mitigate this. Luckily, with all this rain, I don't feel so bad about using water this year. I think we got excess water, so I'm okay. I feel more comfortable doing water change now, simply because we have a lot more water in California. But it's not so bad. I mean, the fish are eating a lot. I'm feeding right there. You see that little V shape? I keep pushing the food forward, and almost 50 pounds. It's gonna be gone within another week and a half or so. So feeding like 14, 15 times a day. A lot of fish, a lot of hungry mouth. And they're doing very good. They're growing. I can see them grow. I think the water's manageable. I think when it gets warmer and the filter, once it starts catching up, it'll get better. But man, no matter what I do, I can't get the water crystal clear like before. It's just simply too many fish. So this is one of the issues that you will run into if you start going crazy. And within 2 months, most of these fish will be out of here, so it'll probably be back to normal. But this has been a really fun experiment. And I had a fish that had a puffy poppy eye. I don't know if because it hit something or infection, but it healed, so that fish is doing much better. So far, I don't see any sickness in the fish. I do see one issue though, is when they jump in for the food as it gets dispensed, they simply like fight for the food, and so I've seen them bump into each other and causing little bruises here and there. I think that's to be expected, simply because you got so many different fish. Some of them are big, some of them are small. And see that one, it's got the redness on the shoulder right there. Yeah, that's from bumping into, fighting with other fish for the food. And I've seen that already. Let me see what else. The water flow is still good. With the rain happening, I'm always adding baking soda, so I'm not concerned. Ammonia is getting removed, but the nitrification process the other set of bacteria needs to catch up, and I forgot which set that is, but it's the one that removes the nitrite. That one still needs to catch up, and I think typically that one's the slower one to develop in the pond. But yeah, just a brief update. Everything's going well. We're gonna start getting warmer now. Today is March 23rd, last week of March, and we're still dealing with the rain here in California. It's a little crazy.